This video will show you how to install a C version of MuJoCo 2.2.1 on a Mac, and then I'll also show you how to compile the code provided by DeepMind and then how to run the code. So we'll go to the first step, part A, installing MuJoCo and loading a model file. For that, you need to go to this website and download MuJoCo. So scroll all the way down and find the Mac OS universal.dmg. Download that. I've already downloaded it right here. Double click that. Now what you want to do is take this MuJoCo and drop it into the applications folder here, and then say replace. Okay, so it's right here. What I'll do is I'll make a shortcut. So I'll just drag it and put it on my left taskbar so it's easy to access. Now you can double click or click this and say open. Okay, that you've got this MuJoCo simulator open. I'm going to provide this file in my Git account. You will find a XML or a model file called hello.xml. You can just take that and drop it. And if it all looks good, then you should see a block which is being dropped. Okay, and then you can just close it. Okay, so this is a way in which you can visualize any model file. These model files that typically they end with the extension XML. Next, we'll try to see how to compile code and run code provided by DeepMind. For that, again, go to the same link and download the source code. Double click that. Once you download that, you will have a zip file which looks like this. Unzip it and then put this in a convenient location. That could be perhaps the documents folder. So drop it right there. I'll make a shortcut so it's easy to access. Okay, so this folder has a bunch of things, including Python bindings. Some other models you can find are here. If you want, you can visualize these by dropping into the simulator provided by MuJoCo. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically compile code. And for that, I'll go to the sample folder. In the sample folder, take this Mac. This file is a common file, which I don't need. So I'm going to archive that and call it archive. And then I'm going to take this file, make a copy, and then call it makefile. Okay, so this is the makefile which will compile. What it will do is it will basically take these C files and create executables, and these files are found right here. So for example, we have simulate.cc, which is a file over here. So you see here that there are only make files, text files, and also CC, which are C++ files. We don't have any executable files yet. So we create executable files there. So for that, open terminal, navigate to this folder, see the documents, see the MuJoCo, in this case to MuJoCo 2.2.1, go to the sample folder, this cd sample, and then here you're going to type make. Okay, now this is a common error which comes up when you try to compile this. What's happening here is if you go to the make file, it needs a path for this glfw root. So glfw is used for rendering. So you want to check if you have glfw. If you don't have it, you need to install it. The way you install glfw is put it over here. You need to say brew install glfw and enter, and then it will install glfw. I've already done that. So what you need to do after this is locate the path of glfw. It's usually something like user locals sellers glfw and then the version number. So if you on Mac, if you go to folder and then type that, then you can see that there is uh, user local seller GLFW, and this is 3.3.8. So this is my path. You can double click that and just right click on any folder and say get info. Okay. Take this path and put it right here. Okay. Once you've done that, we can go back to here and then say make. It looks like it's all compiled. If you go back to this folder, which I was originally in, um, you now see that there are executables created. Okay. So the executable we are most interested in called simulate. It actually simulates the same thing we did when we clicked this MuJoCo. Let's go back here. Be sure you're in the sample folder and then type simulate, and it throws open this window which you saw when you click that. Now, again, we can do the same thing, which is I'm going to open this, drop this hello.xml, and then it loads that. Okay. So that completes part 2. Next, we'll go to part 3. What if you want to write your own program in MuJoCo and execute it? So what I've done is to make life easy, I've made this template called template underscore MuJoCo 221. What you want to do is take this, copy this template, drop it, well, create a folder called my project, and then paste it here. Okay. Now, the way of this set it up is that you will basically be working over here. All your files will be here. Each file, each project will have a folder, and that folder will have all the required files. So every time uh, you want to make a new simulation, you just copy this template and rename it to what you want. So you can just say rename it to template. Okay, what we need to do here is open the make file and then ensure that this GLFW root is set right. This is the same GLFW root which is set earlier. Ensure that it is set. Then we navigate to this particular folder. So right now we are, if you do PWD, we are in MuJoCo 2.21 sample. We'll go one level down. And now we'll type cd my project, cd template. And now you'll see all these files are here. Now all I need to do is uh, I have created this file called run underscore Unix, which achieves the objective of compiling main.c and then also running it. So you could do this, which is a shortcut, run Unix. And then if you see everything works right, it actually takes this hello.xml and loads it. Okay. Now, sometimes you might see that run Unix does not run. If you actually download this, then you just need to create an executable for run Unix. So in that case, just do chmod +x run Unix, and then you should be able to run Unix. Okay, that's the shorter way. If you want to do the longer route, then what you need to do is, let me just delete this main to show you what happens. So let's try to type make, and this will execute this make file. And then you see that there's this main executable is created. Now run it, and then you see the block. So what this run Unix does is essentially runs both these commands for you. So if you look at the contents of run Unix, it cleans the make file, it does make, and then does start power. So that is how you can run the template. I have some instructions on how you can use the template for your own purposes. What you'll do essentially is something like this. You take this, you make a copy, you'll call it whatever you want, pendulum. Then you will go to, you obviously replace the XML with whatever XML model file you have, to be pendulum.xml. Open the main.c. Here you will change this to whatever that XML is, and then just do that step of doing run Unix, and you'll have your files running.